Hello, this is Running Robert, and today we're going to be talking about the Aquestive Therapeutics AQST summary for the 17th of April, 2023, in which we're going to be looking at the bullish and the bearish parts of the company. So I generally follow smart cap pharma, I do games, I do a little bit of everything. So if you like what I'm doing, hey, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and thank you. Disclaimer is currently I do not own any shares or options. I'm an amateur investor, and any advice given should be followed up by your own due diligence, and any information given is valid for today, the 17th of April, and this slideshow will not be updated. But new news, new slideshow. So the investment thesis done a little bit differently. So what we're going to talk about, this could be the beginning of a turnaround story for the company. However, the company is highly dependent on moving AQST 109 from the clinic to commercial. This is really going to be the big focus on it. The company does have a possible second shot on goal with early approval of Libervant. That is currently scheduled for 2027. There's a drug that has orphan drug designation for it. They are trying to say that their drug is better. We will see. Overall, this is most likely a high-risk company with several different awards depending on how you play the stock. So what that means is I do not believe they have the cash available to get AQST 109 all the way to commercialization, which means that we're going to either have some kind of ATM or dilution at some point, and that might affect the reward that you get depending on if you want to hold through or if you're looking to maybe make a quicker dollar and just trying to wait for the results. So with that, so AQST 109, so it was granted fast track designation by the FDA. So fast track helps speeds up approval with more consistent communications with the FDA, along with a positive phase 2 trial. So they have been using this a lot and are in constant communication with the FDA, trying to kind of work their phase 3 pivotal trial, which is coming up this year. So the company is still awaiting a little bit of data, they said, from that phase 2 trial, like just getting everything together. And then we'll be waiting for an FDA response for their pivotal trial. So they expect it to start in the third quarter of 2023 and have top line data before the end of the year. So it is it's a condition for anaphylaxis, which means you're having some kind of reaction to peanuts, venom, something like that. So obviously it's going to be very short to get the top line data for it because it's either going to work or it's not. They expect to file the NDA mid 2024, obviously with top line data coming for the end of the year, probably 3 months more to get all the data filled in, and then filling out the new drug application, the NDA, which would put the PDUFA in the first half of 2025. And the market is quite large for this indication. They are doing it as a film, not a shot. So it definitely could easily find a good niche in here. And that's kind of what we're looking at. And, this market indication is probably they say $1 billion, but again, the company can get into that market. It's going to be pretty effective. Okay, so Libervant. So they did receive tentative approval. However, due to an orphan drug exclusivity, it will not be available in 2027. They continue to talk to the FDA to see if there's a path available. So there is a possibility it could come early, but that might risk a head-to-head study with the current drug to show superiority, which is really superiority trumps orphan drug exclusivity. If a drug is better and you can show it, you're in good shape. Of course, that would cost money if they decide to do it, and it might not reach its goal. They're also in discussion, and the FDA could see that it is superior without that, but that would probably be a best case scenario. Again, I'm really not going to put any value on this until we get either closer to 2027 or until they have some kind of plan that does not involve just talking to the FDA. The summary of the company. So the cash at the end of quarter 4, 2022 was about 27.3 million. However, the company did add 20 million in non-dilutive capital. So we're going to say about 47.3 million at the moment. There's also a current ATM that is going. The company believes that it will occur a net loss of between 31 and 36 million for 2023. That brings cash to about mid-year 2024, for which that will be after the AQST 109 data. So I do expect the company will need 1 to 2 more cash infusions to get 109 to the finish line. As I said before, that might affect our reward. Obviously, one of those cash infusions would be after positive data. However, currently the share price is $127 and a $70 million market cap. With the drug going into phase 3 for what it is, I believe it could be undervalued. And that's kind of why we're making this video. So my overall thought. So the stock has definitely been a pain for a while. I've been following this company for a bit. It's definitely been a lot of heartbreak. However, we do see light at the end of the tunnel. The company has set itself up for success if it can bring 109 to the market. I do expect the company to gain in stock price in the second half of the year as they await results. Obviously, when the trial starts, I do expect a lot of investors to say, hey, this is a big position. Positive results are going to easily make the stock worth more than 70 million. So with that saying, I might open up a small position later in this year. And I definitely can see why people would be bullish based on the drug and the market cap of it. Now, of course, the reverse and the bear side of that is it might not work. The phase 2 data is fairly convincing, but again, phase 3 is always a different beast. And so that's kind of what we're looking at. So I hope this helped you if you're deciding whether to invest or not invest in the company. That is kind of my goal. So thank you very much for watching and listening. I hope you have a wonderful day.